So welcome to episode 3 of Are You Tracking? Today we have Andrea Black from Youth Programs. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
My name is Andrea Black, and I'm the school age coordinator here at Fort Sam Houston, JBSA, San Antonio.
How did you start off in FSS?
I've been doing this for 22 years.
Oh, wow.
Started out with the Army, and now I moved to the Air Force. So, but yeah, it took 22 years.
Have you always been in youth?
Yep, child and youth. It was like child and youth services, and now it's child and youth programs. So now we're CYP. So it's just been all kind of different, names, but same thing, same great programs.
All right. So why don't you tell us a little bit about CYP, everything they offer?
So we start from, I want to say, is it 6 weeks? I should have done my homework. I think it's like 6 weeks all the way up to 18-year-olds. So child and youth programs, we cover them all. So we have child development centers, we have school age programs, and then we have our youth programs. So the school age program where I'm at, we actually service children ages 5 all the way up to 12-year-olds. And then once they become 9, they can actually move to the youth center, which they can go all the way up into their teen years. I have seen kids that literally from babies now working for me. So it's kind of weird.
That's so cute.
It's kind of cool. I'm like, I remember you when you were a kid.
You're like, I'm your boss now. Now you can't say
exactly. No. But I think that's what's so great about child and youth programs is that no matter where you go, if it's here, if it's overseas, if it's in a different state, you're getting the same great service. So it's familiar for children, for families. So it's kind of no matter where you go, it's always consistently, quality care. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you mentioned the 6 weeks because I remember I called once. I think it was for the Give Parents a Break. And I was like, what's the youngest that you guys take care of? And they were like, 6 weeks as long as they have their shots.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I was like, those are like...
Oh, yeah, they're babies.
They're like brand new.
Oh, yes.
Fresh out the oven.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's funny because they're right next door to the school age program. So when I need a little fix, I just go over there and peek in the window. But
Aww.
yeah, they're so cute.
What would you say differentiates child and youth services on base versus somewhere off base?
It's the best. Air Force, all military branches wide. I think that we're held to a very high standard, and I think that we deliver that every day for our families.
Would you say that there's a lot of military spouses that work in the child and youth?
Yeah, so that's actually how I started. Actually, I started, we always say, the Army raised me, but the Air Force pays me. And they truly did. I remember my advisors back from, I'm not that old, but from back in the day and how impactful it was for them. So on me. And I was like, you know what? I want to do something like that when I get older.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did. My husband is a retired Air Force. He did 23 years, I believe, after he retired. And I started over in RAF Crownton and just kind of everywhere I moved. Stayed with the program, so I knew that that's a calling. So,
yeah.
And this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So,
you guys have a lot of stuff going on, all the time.
The next event is the Back to School Bash. It was August 5th, from 9:30 to 12:30 over at the Salado Creek Park.
Yep.
And what a great activity! They have activities from all over JBS wide. Who knows? We'll see. Hopefully something really exciting.
I know. We'll have lots of school supplies.
Yes.
And
I can't believe, the stuff that they give away is ridiculous. It was bags full, book bags full of supplies.
What do you have available for sign up right now?
Right now, no. We do have instructional classes. We offer gymnastics, piano, karate, or taekwondo, some martial arts. I believe they have flag football coming up, and then of course the fall will be basketball. So yeah, we have websites, so Facebook pages, groups. So really just try to keep an eye out on those, and they'll have the registration times and stuff. But
I didn't know they had instrument. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Oh yeah, no, and they do. I think
that's cool.
Quarterly they'll do. They'll have shows. So they have the children come out and they actually get to do a showcase for their families and stuff. It's actually really, I'm like, God, we have some talented kids.
That's so cool.
Oh, yeah. It's nice.
Oh, and then speaking of shows, what is that Missoula.
I think last year or the year before we did it, it was Jack and the Beanstalk. It was super cute.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so they put on great shows.
So is it just the kids that go and they
so they try out. They all get parts, and it could be working behind the scene. They could be, an actor. But Missoula actually brings all the stuff out. So like the costumes, the backgrounds, and they get to build them, and it's really neat. Yeah, and then they have I think their instructors actually are part of it as well.
That's cool.
It's awesome. So they practice, I think, for 4 days, and then they have 2 or 3 shows.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know. See, because I saw it in a magazine. I was like, I don't even know what this is.
Yeah. Yep.
So now we know.
Yep, exactly. I think a lot of people don't realize that school-age care, we provide before care, after school care, and then we do camps. So like right now we're in summer camp, but so spring break, winter camp, fall camp, all those things. So we provide all-round care all year round. It is based on your family income.
Okay.
But if you are looking for childcare, of someone that needs childcare, they go to mcc.com.
Okay.
That's where they register, and then we do the rest.
Nice.
Yep.
And then what do the camps look like?
So right now, we're doing in summer, so it's 11 weeks. It's fast, it's furious. I mean, they're constant. We go on field trips 2-3 times a week. Mm-hmm. We have swimming lessons. We partner with the pool here on base. They go bowling, but it's literally 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Oh, wow.
So, yep, Monday through Friday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about youth programs?
My favorite thing is consistency. I mean, like I said, we talked about it before. No matter where you go, you always have something to look forward to. My children grew up in the programs. I grew up in the programs. But it didn't matter where we went. My kids knew, like, okay, I'm going to find a friend. I have something's familiar, right? Even though I'm in England, it's similar to when I was in San Antonio. So that's what I think is great. And then, without us, like parents can't do their mission, which is the overall military mission, right? So it's very important to have affordable care that is flexible for families, and I think that we provide that. So.
Awesome. If someone wants to enroll into youth programs, what do they need to do?
So mcc.com. It's militarychildcare.com. And that's kind of where it starts.
And so out of all the roles that you've held in youth, what was your favorite?
School-age coordinator.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. I love it. To me, it's a very rewarding job. I love it.
You guys do sleepovers sometimes,
We do.
Right?
We do lock-ins. We try to do them quarterly. Our kids love them, but they are a lot of work. So it literally is 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. This past one, we went to Andretti's.
Oh, wow.
So they had dinner there. They got to do all the go-karts and all the things. And then we fed them midnight snack, and then we did breakfast. So, yeah, they would do it every weekend if I'd let them. But
yeah,
we can't do it.
Okay, and then besides youth, what is your favorite FSS facility?
But I would say the bowling alley, Fort Sam Bowling Alley. Now, supposedly, they have renovated it, and it's even, 20 times better.
Yeah.
So the Harlequin is another great, if you haven't done that yet, you need to. They really are talented individuals, but it's just a great atmosphere. Like when you look on the outside, you're like, what is this? This is a theater? And then you walk in and it's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like it feels good. It's got a great vibe. So yeah, I would definitely check that out too. All right, well, no, that's it. That's all I have. Thank y'all so much for putting these podcasts on. I think they're great. Again, I always feel like I'm informed. Sometimes it's funny because I always say, I'm the last one to know everything. But with
right now.
the wonderful FSS marketing team and your cast, things like that, I'm actually able to know what's going on. So I feel like I am in the know.
Yay.
So thank y'all very much for this opportunity to shine some light on our school-age child development programs.
Yeah, we really appreciate you coming out here and talking about it. So I think that concludes our 3rd episode of Are You Tracking? And that's it.